I think, like always in football, we said we need to wait now to know, and then have the belief that we can beat any team. But of course, it's going to be tough. To be part of the last 16 on Champions League, you always can expect a big team that is going, or big opponent going to play.
Yesterday, Daniel Levy announced a further delay on Wembley, the Manchester United match. The new stadium, rather, is going to be at Wembley, Man United. How important is it, do you think, that when you play in the last 16, you are at the new stadium?
Well, I hope and I wish to play our first leg in the new stadium. Now, I don't know if it's going to be there or not, or in Wembley. We need to wait, but my wish and hope that we can play the first leg in our new stadium.
Do you think that will actually help Spurs' chances in the Champions League? Because some people like Sam Allardyce actually are saying now that it would help Spurs if he stayed at Wembley the whole season. What do you think about that?
No, I think it's going to help us if we perform in the way that we want. If we are capable to perform in the best way, of course, it's going to help us. On Wembley or in our new stadium. But I don't believe it's going to be decisive to play in one or another stadium, and that is why it means that we are going to be close to win. I think the most important is our performance on the pitch. Of course, for the motivation, for our fans, of course, for our player, our staff, will be fantastic, massive boost for us if, in case to play in our new stadium. But I think the motivation will be there too if we play on Wembley, the same.
What do you think Champions League qualification means for Tottenham in the Premier League? Does it mean, for instance, you may have to go into the market next month?
No, I think that is not going to change our mind. Of course, it's so important for the club. It's in both sides. Of course, in sport and in financial side. I think it's a fantastic achievement for the club. I think the perception outside is fantastic, and of course, I think we fully deserve to be on the last 16. But yes, I think the impact is massive in all the aspects, and I think that is not going to change our mind. We'll see what happens in January. Like I told you before, we'll see. We are always open to improve.
Barcelona to Burnley is quite a contrast, isn't it, in the space of a few days?
I am more motivated to play against Burnley than again the previous games, because to try to reduce the distance with Liverpool and Manchester City, because we are going to play 3 very important points, to be in Premier League in the top 4 and to be there and to keep the distance and to keep the position is, for me, is a massive motivation, and I think we need to feel all the same. I think, of course, it's so important game. It's going to be a tough game because every 3 days to play is always tough, but we need to try to find the way to approach the game in the best condition, and sure that we are going to be ready to fight for try to win. We are going to have a very tough opponent in front, but I think the most important is in the way that we are going to approach the game.
Just on the team news, is it fair to say that all of the injured players won't be available for this weekend?
We need to assess tomorrow. Few players, we'll see. I cannot say if they're going to be available or not.
How do you feel about keeping Kyle Walker-Peters in the side after his performance in Barcelona?
For me, his performance was very good. Was very good. For me, I think he was fantastic. Of course, that a little bit unlucky in the situation that after we conceded the goal, like another player made the same mistake. Only that we concede in that situation, and in another situation we didn't concede. But if we analyze the game and you judge him, I think he was fantastic. To make the debut in Champions League in Barcelona, show that he have quality and character to cope with that pressure.
Just finally from the last weekend, Raheem Sterling and the abuse he got was a big talking point. Do you have any thoughts about how the situation could be tackled or improved over the coming weeks before it's perhaps forgotten?
Look, it's a very delicate situation. And for me, it's so difficult in English to express how I feel. I am again that all that type of situation that happened on the pitch, or on the stadium, or on the street. And of course, I am very supportive with him and with all the people that suffer some abuse like him.
Thank you. Go to George to finish.
Hello. What's the confidence like in the squad? I bet they're buzzing after Wednesday.
The confidence always is good if you manage in the right way, because sometimes the confidence make you weak, and it's so important be confidence, but thinking, and we need to be ready to compete in our best way, because it's going to be a tough game against Burnley, and not because we are in the last 16 now in qualify for the Champions League on the next stage. It's going to be easy to play Saturday. I think we need to give our best mentality. The approach of the game must be very aggressive in our best way, with plenty of energy, and of course we need to deserve to win after 90 minutes. But I am so motivated to play this game, because for us it's so important to get the 3 points, and after to prepare the derby Wednesday against Arsenal.
You had a big win against Manchester United earlier in the season, and then you followed that up by a loss to Watford. Will you speak to your players about that? How do you make sure that doesn't happen again?
But in between that situation, I think happened many things that completely different, and but of course always it's tough to manage when you like us to qualify for the last 16 in Champions League after Barcelona game, that they were all the people very exciting, our fans were very excited after the game. Of course, that now is the most important is to be clever how we need to find the way to take it in the same way, the game, because that is the challenge, and that is going to show if we are a very mature team and consistent team to challenge for big things. We need to play against Burnley like we play against Barcelona or the previous game. I'm going to be disappointed if we did not approach the game in the same way that before. In my mind, after Barcelona, I was thinking in trying to be ready and to prepare myself to be in the best condition. And I think all the team, the whole team, the staff and the fans need to think the same. Now the most important game is the next, and the next is Saturday in Burnley. And not because we are in the last 16 on Champions League, it's going to be easy. I'm going to win without effort, without the energy that you need in Premier League. That is why it's massive respect to the opponent and try to give your best, and knowing that we need to make a massive effort to win the game.
When people talk about the Premier League title race, most teams mention Manchester City and Liverpool, but you're really in it, aren't you? You're only 6 points off. You're in the title race, aren't you?
We are there. We are in a good position, of course. But it's normal that the perception, of course, is different. And I am happy with the perception today when you talk about that only the perception for the people or for the media is Manchester City and Liverpool, and not us. I am not happy with the perception when they are not assess in the right way to us. I think after investment and after many things, when you assess a different club, normally is Liverpool and Manchester City, Chelsea, United, Arsenal will be involved in the race for the title, but not Tottenham. But of course, we are there because we compete in a very good way, because our performers are doing fantastic. But of course, the perception is different, of course.
I opened up the newspapers again this morning. I read a lot of stories about Real Madrid. Are you fed up with questions about Real Madrid?
If I accept the questions.
Are you fed up with
Board of questions about Real Madrid.
No. Why? Boring or tired?
No, because every single press conference we seem to wake up and it's another question about you being linked with a Real Madrid job. I just wondered if it's boring for you.
No, it's not. Look, this type of news, I think, no upset people, no boring people. I prefer that the newspaper talk about things like you are telling me that talking about Tottenham is going to sack me, or the people is tired about me, or we are in a delicate situation or difficult situation. Of course, if I need to choose one situation, I choose this one. Of course, I am not boring. Of course.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, we're going to finish with Ali and Ben. Ali.
Previously, you said that about next month's transfer window, you'd have to let players go before you could bring them in because of the foreign player limit. Fernando Llorente said after the match the other night that he would like to move back to Atletico Bilbao if the club were to let him. Could he be a player that maybe
Well, still we didn't talk. We still, I promise you, it's a lot of things that are happening in the last months, and we are so focused in competing in the best way every 3 days. I think it's not a thing that we need to plan too much, because sometimes in football, when arrive the moment, we are going to talk, and we are going to decide the best for the team, for the club, and for the player, of course. We'll see the priority of the player, the priority of the club, but I think still we have a few weeks, and then we'll see what happens. I'm sure that we are going to try to take the best decision for the player, of course, but for the club too.